Hi, my name is Nick. I got third place at this Ursula tournament. I lost to John. He just had better hair than me, so it is what it is. But yeah, I played red purple. Yeah, should I just go over the cards, or how does this work?
Yeah, just go over the cards.
Alright, I guess I'll just do it by ink cost. So I run 3 Chernobyls and 1 Magic Broom. I was really hesitant to run only 4 1-drops, just because it feels really risky, but playing this set, it feels like there are just too many cards that you need later in the game that the only thing that you can cut are the 1-drops. I went 3 Chernobyls and 1 Magic Broom just because I feel like Chernobog is better on turn 1 because he can trade if you need him to, but later in the game, Magic Broom is better because he's an instant draw. Whereas Chernobog, you need him to stick for 1 turn before he can draw you a card.
Agreed.
So that's that. Then we got, for the 2 drops, 3 snakes, and 4 friends. Let's put the shiny boy in the front.
Sheesh. Flexing.
There we go. So we got this. I'm running 3 snakes because you need bounce. I cut it to 3 from 4 just because, again, I just needed to cut certain cards, and snake just felt the least impactful out of the things that I could cut. Flynn, again, you need Flynn for mostly red and blue decks, but honestly, he'll single-handedly win you the game in against any deck, no matter, depending on how things play out.
Especially red-blue.
Yeah. So, those are the 2s. 3s. We are very heavy on the 3s. We got 4 Brawl, 3 Maleficent, 3 Sisu.
4 Sisus.
4 Sisus. 4 Foxes. 2 Crabs. 1 Peter Pan. Should I move him up here?
No, that's fine. It's up to you.
Alright, move him up here. Peter Pan. 4 Friends. And then that's not good. So, Brawl, you need it for Diablo. There are other threats, but it's mostly there for
I think Diablo and Hiram.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what Brawl is for. Maleficent.
Why 3?
So again, it was kind of the thing where like I needed to cut cards, and I feel like Maleficent is good to keep your hand full against green steel. But against other decks, I felt like there were better turn 3 moves that you could do. So out of all of the 3-drop cards that I had, I figured Maleficent was the one to go. So that's why she's there. Sisu, she's there for Flynn, but also she's just a really powerful 3-drop. She trades into almost anything, and if there's nothing to trade into, she quests for 2, so you can start getting ahead on the line. Fox, you need bounce. That's it.
I think Fox is a staple.
Yeah, and then I got 2 Crabs, and these kind of go together. These are my castle killers, so these are for the mirror. I went for 2 Crabs just because I wanted it to be a little more consistent. I felt like 1 just wasn't enough. Crab didn't come out when I needed him to.
I used 1, and yeah, I think 2 is better.
Yeah, especially if you draw him early, because then you're like, well, I have to ink him. But then after you ink him, you're like, now I don't have him.
Right.
Yeah, so that's this. And then friends, you need 4 friends. That's not up for debate.
Literally, you need 4 friends.
Yeah.
If you have more than 4 friends, that's 5, 6, 7 of them are fake.
Yeah, exactly. They're just with you because you're rich. And then Peter Pan, I only have 1 of them. I had 2, just because same with Crab. I felt like 2 was a little more consistent. But the thing with Peter Pan is he's really good into green matchups, and he's just kind of so I wouldn't say he's bad in other matchups because he is evasive. There's not a lot of cards that can deal with that, so he can just sit there for the whole game just questing.
Right.
But I had to lower him to 1.
And if you go against green purple, he's good for all the evasive. They have a lot of evasive.
Yeah. So he takes out Pascal. He takes out
Pegasus.
Yeah. Most of them he does it cleanly. So.
And he could help you out with Queen Castle since he has rush.
Yeah.
He could help you out with that too.
Especially if you have him on turn 3. Turn 4, maybe you can drop Crab, and then now he's a 5/3. He can take out a big guy.
Right.
But yeah, I had to drop him to 1 just because again I needed to cut cards.
Do you feel like he helped you out a lot on just being at 1?
Oh,
today?
He's huge. Yeah. He didn't come to me in the last game at all. But when he did come, he was massive.
Yeah, when you beat my homie Gus,
Yep.
he said that you killed his Pascal, and that helped you out a lot.
Yep. So that kept me in. And then after I killed the Pascals, he couldn't take them out until I guess he just didn't draw brawls. So he just sat there questing.
The cool thing is that you could sing Friends freely, and they probably won't take him out.
Yep.
Rather, if you sing Friends with like Rabbit or Maleficent, they'll take him out next turn.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah. So I really like Pan. I wish I could bring him up to 2 again, but like there's just nothing I can cut.
And the deck already runs like 14, 15 uninkable, so one more is kind of sucks.
Yeah. So yeah, the 3 drops. We can move over to the 4s. This is where the spice comes in.
It's facts. Goofy, man. I was not expecting Goofy.
Yeah. No. We got the goats. Rabbits. And then the 3 big kids. So, the one for Super Group, I found myself, especially in the mirror, it gets really sweaty towards the end. Like both players are like 17, 18, 19 lore, and you're just, it's whoever draws the next goat wins. Goofy's basically a 5th goat. And more often than not, he'll stick around just because he has 4 defense. So he's been pretty helpful. He's been especially helpful against Bucky's. If let's say I don't have anything on the board on turn 3, a lot of the Bucky players today were just like, all right, I'm safe, I'll quest with Bucky.
Right.
And I drop Goof, take him out, get 2 lore, and now Bucky's gone.
Right. And technically Goofy's better, especially Ruby Amethyst, turn 10. People do goat, snake, goat, and that gives you 2 lore. But if you do Goofy attack, bounce, Goofy attack, you give 4 lore instead of 2.
Yep.
So for the same cost, and 4 is way better than 2.
Yeah, he also kind of stops the opponent from questing, especially if you saw the bounce.
Right.
Because they're just like, oh, I can't quest because you're just going to super goof and then like outlore me.
Right.
So.
And with Crab, he'll be 5/4.
Yep.
He'll take out anything and survive.
Yeah, a lot of people have said Super Goof is bad. I disagree. I think he's great. I love him.
Did he put in work today?
Oh yeah, he was doing work. And then when he doesn't do work, you just ink him.
True.
So it's
True.
The castle, I don't even have to talk about it.
Yeah, Castle's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
The only thing about Castle, they should have made him enchanted.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah, Castle's too strong. There's Castle, and then I feel like these 2 I don't need to talk about.
Staples.
I went with 3B Kings just because I've seen the red-blue match become harder recently because they're teching for red-purple.
Right.
I used to run 2, but now that red-blue is better into this deck, I feel like I needed one more answer for Tamatoa.
Right, yeah, because it's hard to take out Tamatoa.
Yeah, so that's why I'm running 3 of those.
Makes sense. I run 2, but I used to run 3.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yep, that's 4. Move on to the 5s.
I think that's pretty self-explanatory. 4 Mauis.
Yep, we got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's just you can't play without
The
him.
best 5-cost card ever.
Yep, you need 4. That's
yeah.
You can't not play 4. Medusa, I have 6.
Why no Tremaine?
I don't know. I just feel like Tremaine. So I don't like high cost uninkables. just because when you draw them early, you're bricked, right?
Right,
You-
right,
you-
right.
Like you probably lost, especially against you know, green decks, and they're so prominent now. You don't want to have, or at least I don't like to have too many high cost uninkables. And I just feel like Medusa, like the big threats, Medusa deals with.
Right.
Whereas Tremaine, you need to usually hope like that they don't have a board. They only have one card in play. So I'm not a big fan of Tremaine. Also, B King does what Tremaine does, but
Right.
you can sing it on turn, 5 after you
Right.
played Rabbit.
And if you need to hard pass, it's still cheaper.
Yeah, you can still, yeah.
Right.
So
And I feel like good players really know how to play around Tremaine.
Yeah.
They'll just summon a big body and a little body, and
Yeah.
they don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, and then if they do that, now they're playing into B prep better.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah. So I
Okay.
like the 3. I don't think you can play more than 3 because again, it's just you can't cut anything else out of
Right.
the deck really.
Yeah, I run 3, but I do want to run Tremaine. It comes in handy, but sometimes I wish it was something else.
Yeah, Tremaine is really good after B prep, but that's it.
That are still here. Our final match will be
Go for it.
Let's finish up. We only got
Yeah.
B prep left. All right, so it's Medusa, and then 4 B preps. I used to run 3.
You're crazy.
But just because again, I don't like high cost uninkables. You draw like 2 or
But
3
you
of your
need
B
to
preps
see
in
it.
the beginning, and you're just
Especially
done.
with green steel, if they make you dump it or they snipe it with Ursula, you need to be able to feel confident that you still have 2 more or 3 more left in the deck.
Yeah, so that's why I bumped it up to 4, just because.
That's the reason why I play red. I guess I play red purple right now, but like red, I can get away from Ruby because of B prep. It's too good. I think it might be the next card getting errata or banned, but it's too good.
Yeah.
So that's the deck profile. Anything you want to say, Nick?
I hate Bucky. I'm glad he's gone. that's it.
For sure, guys.